Hello everyone, my name is Prachi and I am here with the decimal chapter part 2. I hope you have seen the decimal part 1. If not, link is given in the description. Please visit my channel and see the part 1 of this chapter. We have completed many basic concepts of decimals. Now let's see here with the part 2, we will start with the topic comparing and ordering. So in exam, you may have some couple of decimals which you need to compare. So let's take some example, that is 6.57 and 26.35. Okay, so I have taken purposely a very simple example over here because many times student take it they overthink and make it so complicated. It's 6 over here, the whole number, and the whole number is 26 here. So obviously 26 is greater than 6. That's why this decimal is 26.35 is greater than 6.57. Let's take some example where now I have a same whole number, that is 15.72 and 15.8. So purposely I took this same whole number, and you can see now in first decimal number we have two decimal places, and in the second one we have only one decimal place. So to compare or to do any operation over decimals, make sure you make them first like decimals. Basically they should have same decimal places. So here we have 2 and here we have only one decimal place. So choose the one which is having highest decimal places. So basically this one will choose and convert the other decimal into having the same number of decimal places. So let's do it now. As we need two decimal places, and this decimal number will be then 15.80. Now you can see by placing 0, I did not change its value. By placing zeros on the right hand side of any decimal number will not change its value, will keep it as it is, and as well as it also gives you the same number of places. So you can place as many as 0 as you need according to the requirement. Right now our requirement is having only 1 0. So let's compare now. First we'll compare the whole number which is same, 15 and 15. Let's go to this next position, that is 10th position. Here we have 7 in the 10th position and here we have 8. Naturally 8 is greater than 7. So 15.72 is smaller than 15.80. So this is how you can compare decimal numbers. And now you will have some of the questions in comparing itself where you need to find out which is greater and which is smaller, like ordering them, arrange them into ascending or descending order. So let's see some example, that is 4.12, then 4.29, 4.08, 4.9 and 4.173. So if you remember, I told you that if you are doing any operation over decimal numbers or comparing them, you need to first convert them into like decimals. So let's convert them into like decimals. You can see that the highest number with the highest decimal places is 4.173. It has 3 decimal places, while remaining one have like 2, 2, 2 and here only 1. So choose the one which is highest and convert all the remaining decimals into 3 places. So let's convert it into 4.120. As I said, placing 0 on the right hand side in the decimal will not change its value. 4.290, 4.080, 4.900, and the last number is already having 3 decimal places, 4.173. Now they all are like decimals. Let's compare them now. So you can see the whole number is same everywhere, 444. So let's check the next position, that is 10th position. This number has 1 in the 10th position, this 2, here 0, here 9 and 1. So which is the smallest one? Yes, right, 0, 1. So 4.080 is the smallest decimal we have. Then the next one, we have two decimals which have 1 in their 10th position. So this is 1 and this is 1. So let's check the next position. That is 100 position has 2 here and 7 here. So naturally 4.120 becomes the small one and the next is 4.173. So we are done with this decimal and this decimal. What is remaining? These two. Okay. Check their 10th position. 4.290 has 2 in its 10th position while here it is 9. So obviously the small one is 4.290 and the largest decimal here is 4.900. Now this is how we arrange them in an ascending order. If descending order, naturally you need to write it opposite. So we need biggest number here and we already know 4.900 is the biggest number. Now make sure you write the correct sign because this is the biggest number. Then 4.290, 4.173, 4.120, 4.080. So this is how you can arrange decimals in ascending or descending order. Now let's see the next topic. Yes, so our next topic is use of decimals in expressing money, length, weight and capacity. So we have seen like many places where we use these decimals in expressing, for example, capacity, that is 1.5 liter of milk or 1.5 liter of oil or water. So whichever you're talking about capacity, we use decimals there. Now let's see how to express any amount into decimals. Let's take the first example of money. So we know 100 paise is equals to 1 rupee. So if I ask you to convert this paise, 1 paisa basically, 1 paisa into rupees. So it's very simple. You're talking about 1 paisa out of 100 paisa, which makes 1 rupee. So this is, suppose they ask you to write this value into the fraction. This is how you can convert paisa, 1 paisa into a fraction. Now let's convert it into decimals. So again, how many zeros we have? 2 zeros. So 0 point, we'll need 2 decimal places, out of which 1 is our numerator and then rest is 0. So 1 paisa is equals to 0.01 rupee. Okay, so this is how you can convert. Let's take one example like 7 rupees and let's take 30 paise. Let's convert it into rupees or let's convert it into decimals. So 7 rupees, 7 will remain as it is because that's our whole number. 30 paisa, as you have seen above, that 1 paisa is 1 upon 100. So 30 paisa is 30 upon 100. Let's convert it now. 7 whole number will remain as it is. 30, 0 point, as you are dividing 30 by 100, so 0 point. 100 has 2 zeros, so we will be needing 2 decimal places. This is how you can express it into the decimal form. Now let's add it. 7 plus 0.30 equal to 7.30. So now unit of this will be rupees. So this is how you can convert 7 rupees 30 paisa into decimals. Let's take one more example. If we have 8 liters, 976 milliliters, we need to convert it into decimals. So let's see first, 8 liter is our whole number. So 8 will remain as it is. Now as you know that 1 liter is equals to how many ml? 1000 ml. So 1 ml is equal to 1 upon 1000 liter. Okay, so we have 976 ml now. So 976 upon 1000. Okay, let's convert it into now decimals. 8 plus, we have 3 zeros in the denominator. So 0.976. 3 zeros, 3 decimal places. Add them, 8.976 liters. So this is how you can convert the given value into decimals. Our next topic is addition and subtraction of decimals. So let's take one example. suppose 5.08 kgs plus 3.75 kg. 3.75 kg. So first, while adding or subtracting, make sure that your two values are in the same unit, kg. If they are not in the same unit, you have to make them into the same unit. Either it will be expressed in the question itself that they need answer in particular unit, so you can convert your units accordingly and make them into the same unit. And then next thing is same thing, that we have to make them like decimals before adding or subtracting. So right now here they are already like decimals, both have the two decimal places. Now let's add them. You need to write into the vertical place, and you need to show this working in your paper. This is how you can add. 8 plus 5 is 3. 1 carry over. 7 plus 1 is 8. Point as it is decimal point. 5 plus 3 is 8. Now this is into kg. So remember, if they are not in the same unit, you need to convert them. Make them into same unit, and then only you can add or subtract. So subtraction also happens in the same way. I can take the same number 5.08 minus 3.75. 8 minus 5 is 3. We have to make it 9, and this is, okay, we have to make this 4 and this 10. 10 minus 7 makes it 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So subtraction gives you answer 1.33. Again, its unit is kg. So this is how simply you can add or subtract decimals. Now let's see the next topic. Our next topic is multiplication and division of decimals. So let's take one more example. Suppose 1.35 times 10. Okay, so remember, whenever you are multiplying any decimal number by 10, your decimal point will jump to the right hand side by one place, because 10 has one zero. So again it is related to number of zeros. We have 1 0, so our decimal point will jump one place to the right, making it 13.5. Now if I multiply the same number 1.35 times 100, number of zeros we have 2, so our decimal point is going to jump for two places. This is first and this is second place, making it 135.0, which means 135. Again 1.35 times, if I make it 1000, how many zeros we have here? We have 3 zeros, so our decimal point will jump 3 places, 1, 2 and 3. So you can see 3 we do not have here, so we have to write 0. 0.0, so 0.0 means the again same 1350. So you can see number of zeros here plays a major role. Those many jumps our decimal point makes. Now we have seen the multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000. Now let's see if we have multiplication by whole number. So one number is decimal, that is 6.23 times 5. 5 is a whole number. So multiplication where one number is decimal and the other number is whole number. So it's normal multiplication. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 carry over. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 11. 1 carry over, and remember here you have a decimal point. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 1 31. This is the answer. So very simple multiplication. Just like our normal multiplication, just remember to give the decimal point wherever it is given in the one decimal number here. Now let's see if you have multiplication like where there are two decimal numbers. So same numbers, if I take 6.23 times, now 5 will make it 0.05. Okay, so you can see here two decimal places are there, right, in both the ways. So let's now multiply them. What you need to do is for some time forget about their decimal places and write 623 and 5 and multiply them. Obviously answer is same, 3115. Now about decimal places. So how many decimal places First number has 2. How many decimal places? Second number has 2. So you need to add the number of decimal places. 2 plus 2, that is 4. And in your answer now you should have 4 decimal places, making it 0.3115. So you can see we have to just add all the decimal places of both the numbers, add them, and those should be placed into your answer. As simple as that. Now let's see some of the division. Now let's see some division of decimals. Let's take example. You have 6.3 divided by a whole number 3. Okay, so let's see. You need to show again this working into your paper. So let's do it here itself. 6.3 divided by 3. Okay, so we know 3 times 2 is 6. So let's write 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. There is a decimal point after this. So place decimal point in your quotient. Take the number down, next number down, that is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0, and this is how you can divide your decimal numbers when there is one decimal number and other is whole number. Now you may not have this, some of the books do not have the second part of it in the sense when both the numbers are decimals. For example, if we take 75.2 divided by 0.02. Okay, if I take this example, you can see here both the numbers are decimal numbers. So those who do not have this type of division, they may omit it, but this is a very important topic. If you are going for some competitive exam, once you know the method, you can solve many of the questions. So let's see how to do it. So basically choose the number which has highest decimal places, that is this 0.02, it has 2 decimal places, and this has only 1. Okay, so choose the one which has highest decimal places and you need to make them into, now convert them into whole number. Okay, so to convert this 0.02 into whole number, that is, it needs to be 2, isn't it? So to how to make them? If I multiply 0.02 by 100, why? Because there are 2 decimal places, so I need to multiply it by the number which has 2 zeros. Okay, obviously we need 100, so 1 is also playing an important role over here. So to make it whole number 2, I have to multiply it with 100. So its value will not change if you multiply on the right hand side. Like one number, if you are multiplying by 100, you need to multiply by 100 to the second number also. So we need to like 75.2 also should be multiplied by 100 to keep the value same. So you are multiplying by the same number to both the numbers, making it 75. As we are multiplying by 100, our decimal point will jump 2 places. We have only 1 place here, so let's make one more, making it 7520. So now our division is 7520 divided by 2, which you can do by normal division, and answer will be 3760. So this is a very simple division in where you have 2 decimal numbers, convert them into whole numbers by the required quantity, by required 10, 100 or 1000 depending on how many places do you have, and then divide it like a normal whole number division. So we have covered many introductory topics over here. So if you have any doubt regarding this, you can comment into the video's comments, and we will see you with the next new topic. Until then, bye bye.